What's up? This is your boy Chris Featherstone, VisionUnitedQuizzer.com. I am here with the funniest guy on the planet. He's modest. Forget what he's talking about. Just an amazing, just sensational comedian. He does it for Jesus. KevOnStage.
Praise the Lord.
Right here.
Woo!
So you said this was your first time in Columbus, right?
Yes.
You have family in Ohio.
Technically, I've been here as a baby.
Okay.
But if I don't remember it, it doesn't count.
Yeah.
So, but this is my first time performing for sure.
Nice.
These are my first memories of Columbus.
Wow. As an adult, so what have you got so far from Columbus? Been in Columbus?
Airport is cool.
Okay.
I saw Eddie George's Grill.
Yes.
And I want to go to the Ohio State University.
Ooh, yes.
Are you not a fan?
I am a huge fan of the Ohio State University.
Okay, I was about to say. I was worried.
I was saying ooh because it's a very cultic following.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
Don't say Michigan. Say the team north.
Yeah, I won't.
So when you're on the stage today, if you say Michigan, be prepared to get some shields and.
I'm a Buckeye fan.
Okay. Yes, you are a Buckeye fan. So you're originally from where?
Technically, I'm originally from El Paso, Texas, but my dad was in the Army, so we bounced around a lot. Virginia, North Carolina. I lived in Washington for 13 years, and then I've been in LA for the last 4 years.
LA. So how's LA? I've never been to California.
You haven't?
I have not.
Why?
The furthest west I've been is like probably Chicago.
Chicago is the Midwest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
God, I hear God telling you right now,
Come on,
further west.
Come on.
No, I love it. It's outside of the traffic and the cost of living. Everything else is great.
Nice.
People great. Opportunities are great. Weather is amazing. Beaches. Low violence in my neighborhood.
Nice.
Just costs a lot.
Nice.
And there's a lot of traffic.
So how are you that made you, I mean, you said, okay, comedian, I'm going to stick with faith-based, faith-clean comedy.
Mm-hmm.
What made you, how were you and what made you stick in that path?
Well, I mean, it's who I am. You know, I mean, I would call myself more of a clean comedian than a like faith-based.
Right.
And what I mean by that, a lot of times when you're a Christian, that's all people expect you to talk about. Only talk about church. And you ain't what else you talking about? I don't like it. And
you
being a Christian,
your faith through your comedy. Yeah.
Like a basketball player can be a Christian, but it'll cross you up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
in the name of Jesus.
In the name bow in the name of the Lord.
Bow down.
I'll dunk on the devil. So that's how I do my comedy. I don't want people to think I'm only going to make jokes about church or because then they want to put you in a box of what you can talk about and who you can talk about and all that, and I won't do that. You know, so I cut my teeth in like regular stand-up comedy clubs with drunks and hecklers, and I did that because I want to make sure if I was going to do this, I need to be regular good, not only good in the church. I need to be good where people don't know you're funny. You know, I can never assume that anybody who sees me is already a fan. You know, I want to approach it like it's my first time and I want to earn, you know, a new fan.
Yeah, so share more about as far as that's who I am, and you exude that through your comedy.
Well, I mean, I think being a Christian is about how you live your life. Totally. Not just what you say on stage or on social media. It's what you do every morning, you know, night, afternoon, all that type of stuff. So I'm a Christian all day long. And I'm a Christian when I do stand-up. I'm a Christian at work. You know, I'm a Christian in the way that I live my life. So I just choose to talk about my whole life on stage, not just the Christian part of my life. You know, now church is a humongous part of my life, so obviously there's going to be a lot of jokes in that and in the stuff I put online. But I also think it's funny that Rob Kardashian was trying to blow up Blac Chyna and looking like a crybaby. I'm also going to talk about that, or Jay-Z's album, or whatever I think is funny and worth talking about, I'll talk about. You know, if that's a church leader, myself, like no one's exempt, not even me. My mom will get it.
Oh,
it's funny. My mom fell down the stairs. That video coming.
Watch out, Mom. Absolutely. I guess my last thing is like, what the first time you recall like a comedy set just tanking?
Whew. I've had more than one. I'll give you probably the two worst. There was one time I was doing a coffee club, or not coffee shop, maybe 10, 15 people. Right? I mean, just no joke. Everything, nothing. I mean, people was like, nah. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go to my joke. I had this joke that never not worked in life, but it required me sitting in a chair. So I'm in the joke, setting it up, starting to get a laugh, sit in the chair breaks.
Oh.
And I fall on the ground. And I got up, I hung the microphone up, and I walked out.
Oh.
I didn't say thank you, good night. I walked out, and I didn't do stand-up for months after that. And the other time, it was my first time hosting a Greek step show, and I didn't have much Greek background, ever, at all. So I'm like memorizing the fraternities and sororities on note cards and stuff. But I'm nervous. Biggest show ever. 2,000 or 3,000 people, black people. They're doing their strolls, making sounds loud. So I do my jokes, no laughs. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'm just gonna introduce the first group.
Yeah.
And I said, give it up for the brothers of Alpha Kappa Alpha. And that's a sorority. Yeah. So not only were they, like, everyone was immediately mad. So it was like shotgun of boos. They were like, boom! No. So that was the first thing I said.
Yeah.
It was a 3-hour step show.
And you know, if you're a comedian, and you can't even clean that up. You
probably
should just go like,
man, when I tell you I just came up, congratulations to these people, next up these people, for the next 3 hours.
Oh, man.
So those are two equally kind of bad things. Yeah.
Well, thankfully, it's much better now.
Yeah.
You're widely received. You were in a commercial recently, right?
Mm-hmm.
Toyota or what?
Nissan.
Yeah.
You can't be saying Toyota. Contractually, got to edit that out.
Yeah. How did you get that opportunity?
The person who was over the minority campaigns for Nissan was a fan. So they had this campaign, and he was like, they were supposed to get regular celebrities, like, you know, Lance Gross was part of it, and Journey Smollett, and he was like, I want to get some up-and-coming creators, Kev, somebody I think is funny, and he, like, single-handedly pulled me into the campaign. So that was, like, by the grace.
Yes.
By the grace of God.
That is absolutely
And the sweet communion.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Kev on stage. I am honored and privileged to interview this guy. He's about to get on the stage soon, so I'm going to let him kind of get in this mindset.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much for looking and listening.
Thank you for having me. God bless.